Let's cheer ourselves up with something that's actually some good news. We've had a lot of horrible stuff to talk about tonight. And coming up, it's a big weekend of footy, and I reckon it's also a bit of a watershed moment in the AFL. There are some great rivalries in this round. My beloved Crows are up against Port in the showdown. Come on, the Crows. Carlton are against Collingwood at the G. But for probably the first time in the national competition, the biggest rivalry game this weekend, the match of the round, is going to be the Battle of the Bridge between the two Sydney teams. The Sydney Swans and the Greater Western Sydney Giants are both flying at the moment, 6 wins and 1 loss apiece, sitting second and third on the AFL ladder. Whoever wins on Saturday will go a game clear, but both teams are looking so good that an all-Sydney grand final rematch is not out of the question this year. It's a long way off yet. Joining me now is Giants President Tim Reid. Good to talk to you, Tim. It's fantastic that the Battle of the Bridge really is the match of the round, and surely all eyes of the AFL world will be on the SCG this weekend.
It is. It's going to be a great weekend for footy in Sydney, Chris, and we're delighted that it's such a competitive game here. The population is getting behind it. Sydney is going to be up for the best game of the round. The SCG will be packed, and we're going to be in for a ripper game of footy.
Yeah, the only downer is the weather. It won't stop raining in Sydney, but hopefully it'll hold off or clear off on Saturday afternoon. Now, tell us about the way your team has been so successful on field. I know you've got good, strong supporters, but you don't get big crowds, yet your team performs at the elite level, whether they're playing at Homebush or in the MCG against 80,000 fans from the other team. The Giants seem to be so intense on the field.
Yeah, look, our on-field performance has been fantastic, and all credit to Adam Kingsley and his coaching staff, to Toby Green, to the leadership team, and to frankly everybody who's involved in our footy department and our player group. They are a really cohesive team. They have a plan. They execute that plan. They support one another. They are analytical and clinical in going back and reviewing their performance and looking for opportunities to win. And they love playing together. And I think that's the really exciting thing about the brand of footy that they play. It is fast, it is hard, it is competitive, but it's good to watch and it's fun to watch. And that means it is flowing through to our membership base. We passed 33,000 members a couple of weeks ago. That's where we were in August last year, so months ahead. We've had 4 home games this year. 3 of them have been sellout crowds. Our crowds aren't the same. It's not filling the MCG. We're a young franchise. We're the youngest team in the league. But that on-field performance is exciting, and that is leading to off-field performance as well.
Yeah, and look, the fans in Western Sydney have got to love your on-field attitude, because you're trying to win people over from rugby league. Now, I got little kids playing underage footy, so I see the amount of kids who are playing Aussie Rules, boys and girls, across Sydney now. Are you getting that in the western suburbs? Are you getting lots of kids signing up and wanting to wear that orange Guernsey?
We're getting more, but we'd love to do more. And, it's an ongoing conversation and partnership between the AFL and ourselves as to how we drive that. So absolutely, the numbers are improving. We'd love them to be improving faster. We've got a great product. I mean, AFL is just a tremendous game. We have a great club. We're performing on field, so we'd really like to take advantage of that and see more kids coming in. But absolutely, the numbers are getting better and better, and they're growing. Probably just not fast enough for my satisfaction.
Yeah, well, that's it. Always be ambitious. Well, you knocked off the Swans at the SCG last year. Let's hope for a cracking game on Saturday. Appreciate your time, Tim. Tim Reid there, who's the incoming chairman, took over from Tony Shepherd, incoming chair of the GWS Giants. Going to be a cracking game at the SCG. The two Sydney towns, the Battle of the Bridge, it's the game of the round.